Well, hello, world. Shamgar Connors, Harwood District. One small step for man and one giant leap for school board meetings. Now that NASA's latest Artemis 2 space voyage has transpired, it's the perfect time to discuss NASA's deep involvement in our public schools. NASA education, what some would call indoctrination, is mandatory. In 4th, 6th, 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, kids must learn the NASA engineering design process, the history and technology of space exploration, in the space race. NASA questions even appear on our SOL tests. Today, I identify as a NASA whistleblower astronaut. My pronouns are Houston, and we have a problem. And according to policy 2420-P,
Gay! Ha! Gay! What?
you must respect my gender and sexual identity, even though NASA can't respect basic evidence. Now here's the big news. We never went to the moon. It's all fake. It's time to stop feeding our children lies, CGI, and Hollywood basement productions directed by Stanley Kubrick. NASA officially admitted they lost all of the original telemetry data, formulas, videotapes from the first moon landing. Their excuse? They needed the hard drive space for other experiments so they deleted humanity's supposed greatest achievement. If that's not the most expensive oopsies in history, I don't know what is. The one job they were created for, they couldn't even save their streets. Pro wrestling has more believable storylines than that. Every single photo on Earth or planets, they're labeled as artist renditions at the bottom. Go look at them. They're all fake. Now, meanwhile, NASA burns $73 million of taxpayer money every single day. What do they do with it? Well, not return to the moon, obviously, because in their own words, they lost the technology.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
Classic NASA. Billions to supposed to go to the moon, then whoopsies, I forgot how. Now, if we disbanded NASA tomorrow, that daily cash fire hose could fund health care for everyone and homelessness and help the poor and our schools overnight. Now, as your friendly neighborhood whistleblower astronaut, let me confirm, we never went to the moon. And speaking of recent space trips, that $23 million toilet in Artemis 2 broke right after launch. There's newspapers arguing about it. Now picture this. Here's what happened on the Artemis. 4 grown adults locked in a space closet for 10 days, forced to handle business in their pants, complaining about a terrible smell, documented online on articles. Sleeping and floating around in fully loaded space diapers, that's official NASA term, bumping into each other like a zero-gravity porta potty nightmare. Dehydrated food that makes everything worse. Basically, astronaut chili that keeps on giving. They supposedly scream back in the atmosphere at 25,000 miles per hour in a giant fireball at 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, half the temperature of the sun. They slow down with magical parachutes that magically don't burn up. Splash into the ocean, there's no steam, and then they step out. Yay, look at us, we're smiling. Like they just got out of Disney World. Look, nobody on Earth would be smiling after that. They dropped the capsule from the plane. It's all fake. Even NASA's famous blue marble Earth, it was admitted by its own creator, Robert Simon, you can look it up, to be completely photoshopped. His words, documented, he said, it's photoshopped because it has to be.
It is photoshopped, but it's has to be.
You can spot the clouds copied and pasted like a bad wallpaper paper job. Our kids deserve truth, not taxpayer-funded fairy tales. Ban NASA from our classrooms, and then the indoctrination. Also, wake up, sheeple. The Earth is flat. This spinning globe, I hate it. That's what it is. It's flat. Okay? The Bible says it's flat. Read it.
Time's up.
Thank you.
91% of our speakers tonight had passionate, relevant things to say. And that's really important for us to hear, right?
Dr. Chase?
Yeah, so anyone follow the Artemis 2 mission to the moon last week? I spent Sunday morning listening to moon music. The Dark Side of the Moon, Blue Moon, Harvest Moon, Fly Me to the Moon, You Saw the Whole of the Moon, I Don't Want to Live on the Moon, Bad Moon Rising, Feel free to send me other moon songs if you come up with any. Something you probably didn't know about me is that when I was in graduate school in Houston, Texas, I had the opportunity to do an internship at NASA, Johnson Space Center. And I worked with a group developing some of the experiments carried out by the 100th Space Shuttle mission.
And then I would like to tell everybody that the Artemis II astronauts were all educated in public schools. And I have a very deep interest in space. I once took 42 kids to space camp in Huntsville, Alabama. 36 of them were boys between the ages of 13 and 17, and 6 of them were girls. It was quite the experience, but the opportunities and the things that they learned were phenomenal. And I think that one thing that is really important about the way the space program is not only are these extremely intelligent people that have dedicated their lives to learning and engineering the processes to get there, but they have dreamed about doing it, and then they made it happen. And I think that that's something that we need to instill in students, is that ability to dream something and make it happen.